Hi guys, this is my first video. I am Franklin Trims, and this first video I'm here to talk about clippers. Now, it's important to choose your clipper as a barber because it needs to work for you, because you're working on your feet probably eight hours a day. You could be working from morning till late evening, and you need to have a clipper that is sustainable for your work purpose. Now, if you're starting out as a barber, as a beginner, you want a clipper that is affordable, more in price range. You don't want to bust the bank straight away, because I did that mistake. So, clippers wise, what I've used in my past and what I use now. So, my first ever clipper was a Babyliss Motor Pro, and it came in the duo pack, the Babyliss Pro clipper and the Babyliss Pro trimmer. However, these trimmers that come with the duo pack are terrible. They have the worst possible cut in the world. They do these things, these marketing companies. They give you an amazing clipper, and then the T-trimmer they don't pay as much attention on. So please avoid that as much as possible. Please buy the clipper individually. Do not get the duo pack. So I will show you the first clipper. First one, we got the Babyliss Pro Motor Clipper, and it's in a nice black colour. So the issue with these, I found, is these blades are actually way too sharp, especially for something like a taper, because what you're doing is when you go up behind someone's neck to taper it out, you flick like that, and flicking with these kind of blades is a bit like a razor. At times I've done it, and I've literally seen the customer go like that. They wince. So if your customer's wincing, it means your blades are too sharp, which is not ideal for someone who's got like a scalp condition, like for instance, eczema. This is an instance where I had a customer come in who had eczema. I used this on him, and it was just grazing bits of skin off, and it wasn't really safe to use. So I had to put the clipper aside and invest in another clipper, a more affordable clipper. So I moved on to Limerol. So Limerol is the most affordable clipper on the market. These are about 50 to about 60 quid. And literally they are like wall copies. There's no much difference between this and a wall. And basically, as I said, 50, 60 quid, not really busting your bank. Sounds great, works fine. And this comes with a digital battery usage. So now it's telling me I have 73% left of battery. But these clippers are I think they last about 3 hours on work. So you've constantly got to keep charging them if you want to keep the clipper usable and performing well. But as I said, they're absolutely great. They're really well gapped as well. Important to learn your gapping. Please research. As a beginner, you want to learn how to do maintenance on your clippers. Initially, you want to learn how to gap between when it's a half blade to a closed blade. You don't want it too close, because you'll fall on that error of maybe cutting too close, and then it becomes really irritating, and it pulls the skin, pulls the hair on the skin, and that's just going to make the customer feel really uncomfortable. And it's in the barber shop that you want the customer to feel most comfortable in throughout the service. The customer's uncomfortable, it's going to make it a really unpleasant service for them, and it's going to just make it awkward for you. So yeah, Limerol clipper, I would give it a 7 out of 10. Just for like looks wise, it looks fine. The performance, it's great. It's affordable. It works really well. I've used this for skin fades. I've used it for tapers. It's actually a really decent clipper. Now, the clipper I now use nowadays is a lovely brand new Walls Senior. So Walls is a brilliant company. Walls have been going for years, probably like back in the early 1900s, when the first clippers, for instance, like on my poster here, these were the first ever clippers, kind of like 1920s or like 1910 kind of era. So these clippers, you actually were manual, so you actually had to go like that with these metal handles. And then further along the line, they came up with more motor powered stuff. So This clipper is absolutely fantastic. This is probably the best clipper for anyone who's starting out. If you have a budget of 160 to about 130 quid, please look out for a Wall Senior. Wall Seniors are brilliant. I use these for skin fades, I use these for tapers, and there's nothing wrong with these clippers whatsoever. You know, the blades are fine, they ain't sharp. You know, it's just a brilliant clipper. And when you're charging, there's like a little blue light at the bottom. It will glow like that if it needs more charging. The difference is between this particular clipper and those two that I've just put down is the charging input cable slot. So it's actually more wider and thicker. So if you look at the Limerick and the Babyliss, they are exactly the same. You can use pretty much the same wire for these two. Again, there's nothing performance-wise. It performs really well, but as I said, it's the blade's just way too sharp. You know, it's just they could at least make the blades a little less sharp. If the blades were less sharp on these, they would be probably one of the best clippers ever. But as I said, I've used these for skin fades and stuff like that. But you putting this close to someone's head, you can put my hand on it. It's got it's digging into skin, so like it's just not usable. Just avoid. Other barbers were like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. But for me personally, these clippers, they just don't use them. Use them as like a second pair for like debulking, you know, when you go in for like clipper over comb, or with a guard if someone wants like number 3 or like number 2, go in with these, clip a guard on it. But if you're doing a taper and you want to go close to more skin, use a Wall Senior, and you will avoid any cuts or any like implications with cutting the hair. So that is my little overview on clippers, and basically it's all the same. Picking the clipper is the most important part of being a barber, and also, no, not the important part, but a important part. The most important part for me is the consultation and the way you treat your clients. That's what will get the clients through the door. That's what will make them return. Great customer service. You know, you put good out in the world and the good will come back to you. So yeah, this is my overview on clippers. This is Franklin Trims, and stay tuned for the next video. See ya.